Have you ever struggled debugging your code for like an hour and then you realize that the major problem is something like, let me say you missed a bracket or you misspelled variable? That's used to happen to me a lot, but this week I discovered the easiest way to use AI to debug your code without getting it involved in building the whole project, which it can break without fixing it. Let me show you how I exactly do it. Welcome to Baraka Builds. I'm a junior developer documenting my journey to become a better developer. And in this week, I was learning JavaScript. And one thing that I realized is that AI is more useful when it acts as a mentor instead of just some random thing that writes and then you copy and paste its codes. It's better when you use it as a mentor. And after discovering this special trick, my instinct is no longer to tell AI to give me the code, but instead I tell it, write for me where my logic is breaking and what I'm thinking wrong. Don't give me the code, just help me understand what I'm thinking wrong. And this one prompt is really changing how I'm building everything, from learning variables to conditionals to loops to arrays. It has really enhanced how I understand and build everything as a junior developer. And this forces AI to give me what I'm thinking wrong. And once it points to that, it forces me to also think and debug and get the solution by myself, which enhances my productivity as a junior developer. Now, when I see some errors, I realize them before asking AI because I'm developing the patterns of debugging with a mentor.
Video, I'm going to be using Claude, because it's very good when testing our codes for sure, better than ChatGPT. So here, as you can see, I have my array that I declared, which is containing so many people. And here I just popped this 56 because I think you know the pop method, and then pushed this other edge to the main array of people's age, and I tried to console it on the browser. And then here I also have some variable for teenagers that will help me filter out only teenagers. So what I'm trying to do is this code. I'm trying to select people. Those who are 18 and below, meaning those who are teenagers, should be set aside. And then if you come here down, you'll see that also here I'm declaring for adults. And also I'm trying to map something on it. I'm trying to map on them. These are teenagers. And then here on the second variable, this is the adult variable. I'm trying to select the same way adults aside and put them in their own group away from the children. And here I'm trying to map it and label them adults. So if we go in my code, this is where my thing is breaking. If we come here, you're going to see that everything is showing reference error map is not defined. I don't know why, but there is one thing that I'm suspecting. I'm suspecting this map to be an issue here, and the same thing here on map. This map should also be an issue. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, because basically this code was working not until I introduced the variable to filter out, and then also included a variable that will add the map method in order to label them, each of them. So what I do now, I just come here, I see here the reference code error, and then I head over to my AI. And one thing I'm going to tell it is that I'm building an array to filter people. No, let me call it teens and adults. And then I need to introduce the behavior that I'm expecting. But everything is breaking, and that's the issue. So this prompt is actually going to force AI to think instead of just handing me codes. So let me now paste in the codes. I'm going to tell it, here are the relevant code. Here are the codes. Let me now go in to my VS Code I'm going to paste it all because I'm not going to tell it to hand it to me. Yeah, so no, or even you can just copy the part, but in case you're not so sure of your code, you can paste it all. But me, I'm going to only paste this because I'm thinking it's what is breaking. Yeah, and it's the bug that I'm looking at currently. So Ctrl V, but somehow my keyboard is going slow. Ctrl V, that's the code, and then I'm going to tell it here is the error. This is where it changes everything, because you need to know that computer can talk to each other. If you don't give it the error, sometimes it might miss the little details that would have helped it. So what I just do, I come here and copy this error, copy it, and then just come here and paste it. And once I'm done with that, I'm going to tell it, don't write everything for me. Don't write everything for me. And then just help me understand what is causing the problem first. What is causing the problem first? Yeah, so this is my whole prompt, and as simple as that, enter. So it's going to take its time, as you know, AI tools. Yeah, and if you look clearly at my code, you realize that it's pretty arranged and organized, but it's very hard to spot the bug just with eyes. It's very hard. That's the relevance of AI into this era. You can learn anything faster or much better than anybody else. So let's come into our mode and see. So it's here showing me now. Good catch. Stop to ask instead of just paste new code. It's proud of me. Let's slow down and look at this line by line. Look at this part. Yeah, exactly what I was suspecting. This variable that is trying to map teenagers and map them teenagers. That's the part, I think. And so what does map do? Give you, when you write teenagers map age, then you put a callback function. You're telling JavaScript for every single item in the teenagers array, run this little function, meaning this will run into each one of them. Oh yeah, so I'm getting the logic now already. And call that item age while you're inside, meaning this item, we call it age from here. And then, so question for you is, inside that function, what is the name you gave to the current item? Now look inside your function, instead the curly braces, meaning we look here, over here, into these two brackets here. This is where our major focus is right now, meaning that we gave this map again something which was already there, but we need something that's defining the age, not the map. Yeah, so let's continue with our learning. And then you're trying to print something with console log, but you wrote JavaScript log teenagers plus map. You use the word map there, but map was never given a value anywhere inside that function. Oh, so it's saying this map here was never given a value because it expects us to get something from this function. This is where it's expecting us to get the value, meaning these things have to be the same with the function. Meaning if we change this to age like that, and then you come here, exactly. Now you see how easy is it to debug with AI. Now we can easily see our teenagers. One is 14, 17, 18, 11 and 10, and this is because AI has helped me debug that I didn't declare map anywhere in my code, but instead it's not variable you created, it's not the parameter name either. Step 3, connect the dots. Yeah, so if you come here, you'll see that I had to just call this one back from age, I had to call it back. Yeah, so that it prints teenagers and adds on the age, because this one is not just some random thing, it's a parameter for age, meaning I declared it first, then I have to call it. But if I said map, meaning I'm calling this method over here, so meaning it's the same issue is this. We just come here, because instead of calling it map again, I just call this parameter here that I declared banana, meaning they have to just be the same, banana. And if we look here, damn, everything is as cool as I expected. Now you can see here I've defined only the adults that are in our array, and here we have all the teenagers, meaning that when we declare this, it has to be the same as what is in the parameter. Because even if we do ban, as simple as that, and just call it like that, ban, we're changing the name, it's not making sense, but it will still print it, because at first we declared it in the parameter and then we are calling it now back. So that's the biggest beauty of AI, guys. Yeah, as you just need to give it a prompt. I'll put it in the description of how to ask it professionally, meaning the first step, you tell it I'm building something but everything is breaking, that's the issue. Then you give it the code, you give it the error, and you tell it to not write for you but guide you step by step on how to do it, guys. So here is my code. It's no longer breaking. It's showing me these are teenagers into this array and these are the adults of this array. Yeah.
So if you really like the content, please consider subscribing and follow our channel where we share the mistakes, the wins and struggles as junior developers. And I'm really happy that you watched it till the end, and I'll just catch you in the next one. Thank you so much.